Welcome to Off Balance, the podcast where faith, family, and business collide. I'm Dr. Brooks, a certified master life coach, transformational speaker, and author. Join me as we explore the journey of overcoming adversity and developing resilience. It's time for you to find your strength and reclaim balance. This is Off Balance.
Welcome to Off Balance Podcast. I'm Dr. Brooks, your host. I'm here to inspire, encourage, and empower you with practical wisdom and biblical principles. Today's episode is about starting fresh. So again, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I am so excited. How many of you know that at the start of every week, sometimes we feel down. Sometimes we feel like we just don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle. So I would like to share with you guys some things that I do. So at the start of every week, I like to remind myself that each week is like a clean slate. It's a fresh canvas awaiting to be painted with colors of possibility. And so I challenge you not to feel overwhelmed by the weight of unfinished tasks from the previous week. Instead of dreading the long to-do list, I want you to write down 3 small wins from the previous week and 3 things that you want to focus on moving forward. For me, last week, I accomplished a lot. I was able to finish up some things for my business. I was able to finish up some reporting that I needed to do, as well as I was able to close up some loose ends with clients. And so those were some of my small wins from last week. Although I still have a to-do list, this week I'm going to be really intentional about just moving forward. And so I want you to remember that even when things feel chaotic, you have the power to start fresh, to realign your priorities, and to take intentional steps forward. This week, I'm going to be intentional. It's Tuesday. Yesterday was a holiday. And so yesterday was the inauguration. We got a new president. And so there's a lot going on, and I am just going to be intentional. I will have a great week. So my canvas is going to be full of beautiful possibilities, and I am not going to let anyone or anything ruin this week for me. And so we just have to be intentional. We can start fresh. Today is an opportunity for us to start fresh. Today is an opportunity for us to realign our priorities and to take intentional steps forward. So if you feel stuck, unhappy, or unmotivated, it's okay for you to feel that way. Yes, I said it. It is okay for you to feel that way. However, I do not want you to dwell in that place. What do I mean by that? I do not want you to pitch your tent. I want you to process how you feel, and then I want you to move forward. Your feelings that you feel right now, stuck, unhappy, unmotivated, those are not permanent. Those are just a temporary feeling about the current situation, about the current circumstances that you're experiencing. That is not permanent. There is a scripture that says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So that lets us know that feeling stuck, unhappy, or unmotivated, that is short term. That is not permanent. That's why I say it's okay for you to feel it. It's okay for you to process it, but I need you to move forward. I need you to move on. I don't want you to pinch your tent there. I don't want you to make those feelings your home, because there is so much greater for you on the horizon, but you just have to be willing to walk through the feelings that you feel right now. Sometimes for a lot of people, when they go through hardship or when they go through disappointment, or if they feel like things are not working out, instead of them being motivated to turn this corner, they stop moving and they get stuck. And they don't want to go forward because they feel like, well, what I'm doing doesn't seem to be working, so I'm just going to sit here, not realizing that the longer you sit there, the worse you can make things be for yourself. So I want you not to pitch your tent. I want you to be intentional about moving forward. You have to be intentional about moving forward, because moving forward is exactly how you are going to get yourself out of this situation. It is how you're going to get yourself to feeling better, get yourself in a better space. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, I recommend that you start small. Take off the pressure of having to get everything done and getting it done right now. No, it is okay for you to start small. And I actually give you permission to start small. There is power in starting small, because every positive step, no matter how small, it contributes to progress. So, say if you said, okay, today I'm going to work on my business. Whatever step you take to work towards your business, that's progress. So even if you decide, let me just see what my competitors are doing today, that's research. That's a small step that is going to contribute to your progress. How can you be competitive in this market? By conducting research, you are going to get an answer to that question. So don't ever discredit the small things. There is so much power. There is so much freedom. There is so much liberty in starting small. For some reason, society has made us believe that starting small is a bad thing. It made us believe that starting small is not an indicator of success. But starting small has so much power, because it allows you to be able to easily pivot. It allows you to be able to easily control your outcomes, because you don't have a lot of moving parts. You don't have a lot of things that you have to worry about. And so I want you to know that we all have unique gifts and talents designed to help us succeed. So don't downplay for one moment that you are a big deal. Don't downplay for one moment that you have the intelligence that you need to be able to navigate through these rough seas. Whatever season that you are in your life, you are more than capable of navigating through. And so I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to worry about that. Hey, I don't have a lot of support right now. My business is not doing good right now. I need you to continue to move forward towards your ultimate goal. There is power in starting small. So don't ever think that you are not doing a great job because your canvas is small. Because with consistency, your canvas will begin to grow. All you have to do is be consistent. If you be consistent, that canvas is going to grow. It is going to grow, and it is going to blow your mind. It is going to blow your mind. So what are some strategies for improvement? So let's say if you're just not feeling up to par and you are just not ready to tackle this week, I want you to break down your goals into actionable steps. How can you do that successfully? You can use the SMART goal framework. SMART goals are goals that are going to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. For example, say for instance, if you wanted to lose weight, you wouldn't just say, I want to lose weight. You would say, I desire to lose 30 pounds by July of 2025. That was specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So not only do you want to begin to set goals for yourself, but when you set those goals, you want to put numbers in it. You want to put a time frame on it, because you want to set yourself up for success and not failure. So you don't want to set those vague goals just by saying, I want to lose weight. No, you need to actually articulate how many pounds, what time frame, and so you can give your mind something to grasp. Give your mind something to hold on to. Give your mind something that it can work towards achieving that goal. So when you set goals, you want them to be SMART goals. And so this week, I challenge you to set SMART goals. Set SMART goals for all the things that you need to accomplish this week. Just set those SMART goals, and that's going to help you to be able to accomplish the task that you didn't get an opportunity to finish on last week. I want you to also create a positive routine. A lot of the times we don't have positive routines. We just are going with the flow. We are going with the hustle and bustle of our day-to-day life. So I want you to start setting positive routines. What does that look like? What does setting positive routines look like? You can start the day off with gratitude, prayer, meditation, whatever works for you. Just start your day off, showing gratitude for the things that you have, not the things that you lack. Sometimes we complain about the things that we don't have and we forget about the great things that we do have. So start your day off with gratitude. Start your day off with prayer. Start your day off with meditation. Sit in a quiet place and spend time in the presence of God. I also recommend healthy habits, incorporating some of those healthy habits like exercise. Make sure that you're eating well. Make sure you're getting proper rest. You can also start journaling. When you journal, you will be amazed how you open yourself up to being creative and just how you're able to process your thoughts and your feelings. And then you will begin to feel overwhelmed less. You will begin to feel like you are anxious less because you are actually writing down your thoughts and you are able to process your thoughts in your journal. And then I want you to surround yourself with positivity. I want you to seek out supportive people who are going to uplift and inspire you, not those people that are going to drain you, not those people that are going to speak negativity, not those people that are going to cause you to doubt. And so I want you to limit your exposure to negativity. So whether that's through social media or relationships, I want you to not be as accessible to negativity as you have been in the past. Because when you listen to negative things, it can begin to cause you to doubt. It can begin to cause you to lose your confidence. And then you can question your ability to be able to walk out whatever it is that God has for you. And so you have to be very, very careful with who you are around. So I just encourage you to surround yourself with positivity. And then I also want you to develop a growth mindset. I want you to challenge yourself to learn. There are always opportunities out there for you to learn. And if you have a growth mindset, you're going to jump on those opportunities every chance that you get. Because you understand the importance of growing, you understand the importance of adapting, you understand the importance of being persistent and being resilient when it comes to achieving your goals. And so that growth mindset is going to help you to be able to turn the page, start a new chapter. You're not going to ever be stuck if you have a growth mindset. So I just want you to choose one strategy to implement this week. I want you to write down your goals and I want you to revisit them daily. And I want you to share your progress. Share your progress with your community, share your progress with your platforms, because those are the people that are going to hold you accountable. The community that you have built for yourself, those people are going to hold you accountable because they want to see you succeed. So, as I said, every week is a new chance to rewrite your story and to take control of your future. You don't have to bring the things that happened to you last week into this week. This is your clean slate. This is your clean canvas. You can paint the picture however you desire it to be. Don't allow the things that you didn't accomplish last week to hold you down. Don't allow the things that you have been working towards for a long time to get you down. Any progress is good. You just want to make sure that you're progressing. Everything is not going to happen overnight. The world has us thinking that everything is going to happen for us overnight, and that's just not realistic. That's it's not true. And so I really want you to be encouraged. I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to be encouraged, and I want you to know that your situation is temporary, that things can change in the blink of an eye. And so if you are down and if you just don't feel encouraged, I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be encouraged because I know for a fact that God can do all things, not some things, but God can do all things. So again, this is your chance to rewrite your story. This is your chance to take control. One of my favorite scriptures is Philippians 4:13, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I want you to believe that today. I want you to know that with God on your side, you cannot lose because we know that victory belongs to Him. And so I want you to be encouraged. I don't want you to weep. I want you to smile and I want you to have joy. And I want you to know that your situation is going to work out. Because there's a scripture that says all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So even if it's not the outcome that you expect, it's still going to work out for your good and it's still going to bring God glory because you belong to God. You are a child of the Most High. And that means something. That means something. And so I just want you to start fresh. I want you to have a wonderful week. I want you to put your best foot forward this week. Put your best foot forward. I want you to try your best not to complain. I want you to try your best not to pitch your tent in the feelings that you may have if you feel stuck, if you feel unhappy, if you feel unmotivated, even if you feel underappreciated and not supported. I don't want you to dwell there. This is temporary. Things are going to change for you and they're going to change for the best. But in order for them to change for the best, you have to speak positivity and you have to have a better perspective. Because we know that life and death is in the power of our tongue. And so if we speak negativity, if we speak curses, if we speak death over situations, how can we ever expect them to get better? So while I empathize with you and I understand how you feel, I can't allow you to sit in it. I can't allow you to dwell there. I can't allow you to become complacent in that place. It is time for you to move. And you can just start small. All it takes is small steps for you to move forward so that you can walk in everything that God has for you. So that you can walk in everything that God has for you. And so thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to join me for the next episode. I'm your host, Dr. Brooks. You can visit me at brooksdeming.com. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, put your best foot forward.
Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to rate this episode and share it with your family and friends. To learn more about your host, visit brooksdeming.com. Until next time, be resilient.
So there is power in starting smart.